Okay, it is 7:01, so I will call the meeting to order. Welcome to all of you who are attending via phone. This is the regular meeting of the Council of the Municipality of Swan Valley West, held in the Council Chambers at 216 Main Street West, Swan River, Manitoba, this 9th day of February 2021 at 7:01 p.m. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, some members are attending by phone. Present in chambers, myself, Deputy Reeve Blosha, Councillor Foster, as well as our ACAO/Finance Officer James Webb. By telephone, Councillor Gade, Councillor Wills, Councillor Kushniryk, and Councillor Pierrepont. First resolution, resolved that the agenda for the regular meeting of council held this 9th day of February 2021 shall be adopted as circulated. Do we have a mover for that? Moved by Councillor Blosha. Seconder?
Kushniryk.
Councillor Kushniryk. Any issue with the agenda as presented? If not, we'll call the question. All in favor?
Yes. 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 Yes.
That is carried. Thank you. Next resolution, resolved that the minutes for the regular meeting of council for the Municipality of Swan Valley West, held on January 26, 2021, and the special meeting minutes held on February 1st, 2021, shall be adopted as circulated. Do we have a mover for that resolution?
I'll move it, Councillor Wills.
Councillor Wills. Seconder, please. Councillor Foster.
Councillor Pierrepont.
Councillor Foster beat you to it. Councillor Pierrepont.
Okay.
Okay, are there any errors or omissions? If not, all in favor?
Yes. Yes.
That is carried. Okay, we'll move to 7.1 or...
I think Dan, have you joined us?
I have.
Wonderful.
Oh, welcome. How would you like the floor 5 minutes early?
Sure.
Okay.
Can do that.
Okay, you are on, sir.
Well, thank you very much for allowing me the time to present to you guys tonight. I take it from the roll call and all that, you're happy you're inside the house or inside the room, and the other half were out and about somewhere out in your RMs, which is good. It's cold. It's cold down here. I don't know what it's like up there, but it's terrible windy up down here. Last couple of days, it's been crazy for wind, so it's been nice inside the house. So I don't know if you guys, if you saw the letter that I've sent out, a couple contacting you, like requesting a meeting with the different RMs from out the riding. There's, I think this is the first time we've met with you folks since I've been elected as MP. And I did sort of want to explain to you what I'm trying to do amidst COVID, like you know how we got our offices set up and things like that, and then I want to talk to you about connectivity as well. So we do have 2 offices set up in the riding. The riding consists of, this is some fun facts for you, 38 municipalities are in the riding. The riding is sized in Nova Scotia. in that there's 2800 rate colonies, which I don't believe you have many of in your area, but and 14 First Nation communities in the riding as well. So it's very dynamic as far as lots of small communities, as you're well aware of. I think there's over 160 of them. As far as trying to service those type of smaller communities, which makes it very unique and at times very challenging. When I was getting elected and going through the campaign, I did see a need for connectivity, and I did want to make it one of my goals to have, to develop a connectivity plan for the whole riding, basically. And the way to approach that, I thought, I was using some of my stuff that I learned at CAP as far as trying to bring people together, was it had to happen at the basically the grassroots level if it's going to happen at all. So I've been asking every RM that I've been discussing with or chatting with do they have a connectivity plan, and or if not, would they be interested in developing one, and what does that look like? Our office has worked with different RMs, but there is I don't know if you're aware that there was a universal broadband fund that was the funding of that program was released in the middle of November, and then it closes in the middle of February, I believe, but they have extended it. There is the Parkland group that is going forward with a decent proposal and putting fiber in throughout the riding, and it is a very I don't want to say aggressive project, but a very forward-looking project. It's not like what they're proposing, and what the infrastructure they're proposing is not for to get us up to speed for the next 2 years. It's up to get everybody up to speed for the next generation. The amount of fiber that they're looking at, putting that much backbone in, is to be commended and should be supported. I think I'm supporting it with a letter of support, and I don't know where you folks are on that scale, but I would, at the very least give it some consideration to support them in at least in spirit or in the process they're going through to apply for this broadband fund. You can decide whether later or not whether you want to be part of it, but I would encourage you to have a second look at it, or have a look at it to consider it. It's just because I think about the Duck Mountains and all the people that we try to attract to our riding or to our areas, and then they're not connected. And this is more than keeping businesses away. It's a lot about public safety. In my thoughts, anyways, I think this is connectivity is pretty important to a modern day way of life, and we've got lots of incidences we can remember, like we know of, that we have no coverage with internet and with cell phone coverage, and that is one thing we have done. We've split those two conversations into two different kind of pillars. So we are, if you are working with an internet service provider and are putting something in for that broadband fund, I would be, if you run it by our office, send me on the details. I would be willing to sign on as an endorsement for the funding as well. So that's where I am on the connectivity side of it. That's kind of that's my big push, I guess, to now when I'm touring around meeting these different RMs, and the rest of it is if you have any questions or if you had any comments, I'm here to listen and as your MP and see what you got on your minds.
Thank you, Mr. Mazier. We appreciate the update and your willingness to get behind broadband. We've actually had received a request and have given a letter of support for that. Also, our Economic Development Committee, RISE, are pursuing that as well. So the entire valley, Swan River Valley, is very much behind getting better broadband as well as cell phone. Cell phone is critical.
Very good.
Yeah. One other question, not about the connectivity, but funding for infrastructure. The Building Canada Fund, is that the correct name of the funding that was announced?
Infrastructure program, investing in Canada? Infrastructure?
Yes, yes. We, quite a while ago now, over a year ago, I believe it is, applied for funding for a rural water pipeline. And I guess COVID kind of put a crimp on a lot of things, probably that included. But we wonder if you have any inside information as to when those grants may become available.
It's funny because well, it's kind of sad actually. That's one thing I've never realized how much bureaucracy to get the money to the RMs so the projects can happen, or the people that can actually do the jobs can happen with the different hoops and oh my gosh, it's terrible. But yes, so there's basically September 2019, the program was full, and then we've talked to the province or the province's rep. There is some some websites that I'm sure you've checked out or anything like that. I guess the question I do have for you folks is, when was the last time you talked to the province about these funds, and what was that conversation like?
I'm just looking at our ACAO here.
It's been a while. I haven't talked to them.
It's been a while, he says, so probably we should be giving them a call post haste.
Yeah, just via email, just saying what's the update, where's it at? Because we're hearing different. I guess I was talking to a few other RMs today, and we've heard everything from, well, we haven't talked to them for a while, or at first they were blaming the feds, and now they're blaming now the province is sitting on it. So everybody's got a different story to tell, but the fact that they're not telling anybody is terrible. I think everybody needs certainty. I guess we all understood last year with COVID and trying to even get the projects going was one thing, but this is 2 years already. It's a little bit much. So I would encourage you to keep on, at least update yourself. Who knows if they changed out staff? Lots of those kind of things. So reacquaint yourself with the province, or I don't know if you've been talking to Rick about it. I guess that's the other avenue you can take it, but you're always better off, I think, talking to the bureaucracy about it and just getting it right from them. Let the officials do what they're supposed to do, and I would advise you to follow up with those guys. There is the other COVID cash payments for COVID expenses. So there was a Manitoba bridge grant. Municipalities with recreation facilities can apply for a one-time payment. And that deadline is March 31st, 2021. And I don't know if you're aware of that one or not.
Okay, well, thank you for that update. I'll open the floor to the rest of council members if they have a question, or James has a question.
Somebody joined us.
Oh, someone just joined us?
Hi, it was just Kaylee. My phone cut out here.
Oh, okay.
Kaylee's from my office at Dauphin there.
Yeah.
Hi, Kaylee.
Yep. Okay, I'll open the floor to members of council if they have a question for Mr. Mazier. Nobody has a question?
I have a question for you. I didn't get a response on that bridge grant funding. Have you guys applied for that yet?
There's been a few
Recreation facilities?
recreational facilities that have in our.
Some recreational facilities have, yes. I'm being told.
Because you can apply one-time payments, and the application deadline is March 31st, 2021. So if you haven't, at least be aware of that one. But yeah, okay. But no questions?
If there are no other questions, then we know that you are a busy man, so thank you very much for giving us the time.
Perfect. Okay, thank you very much for the time, and stay warm, everybody. And we'll
And stay safe.
person someday. Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
You too. Okay, we'll move on with the agenda then. General business, 7.1. Resolved that the bylaw enforcement officer's report for January 2021 shall be received by the Council for the Municipality of Swan Valley West. Do we have a mover for that resolution?
I'll move it.
Moved by Councillor Blosha. A seconder, please.
I'll second.
Councillor Wills seconds. Any discussion?
I think that was Matt, actually. Yeah, that was Matt.
Yeah, I said Councillor Wills.
Okay.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That is carried. Next resolution, resolved that the following animal control report shall be received by the Council for the Municipality of Swan Valley West. The Rural Animal Control Officer's report for the month of January 2021. Be it further resolved that payment for the above services shall be approved as submitted. Do we have a mover for that resolution? Moved by Councillor Foster. A seconder?
Kushniryk.
Seconded by Councillor Kushniryk. Questions or comments on that? If not, all in favor?
Yes. 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 Yes.
That is carried. Resolved that the following animal control report shall be received by the Council for the Municipality of Swan Valley West. Urban Animal Control Officer's report for the month of January 2021. Be it further resolved that payment for the above services shall be approved as submitted. Do we have a mover for that resolution?
Yes.
I'll move it. Councillor Pierrepont.
Councillor Pierrepont. Seconded by
Councillor Wills.
Councillor Wills. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Yes. Yes.
That is carried. Thank you. Next resolution, whereas under section 252, sub 2 of the Municipal Act, the amount of costs set for the services and supplies owing to the municipality can be collected in the same manner as a tax may be collected or enforced under this act. Therefore be it resolved that the outstanding utilities, as per attached list of accounts numbers, services addresses owing to the Municipality of Swan Valley West, as of today's date, shall be moved to the tax roll for the appropriate property, and a notice shall be sent to all property owners reporting the amount moved to the tax roll and the current outstanding balance as a result of this application of amounts owing to the municipality. Do we have a mover for that resolution? Moved by Councillor Blosha. A seconder, please.
Kushniryk.
Councillor Kushniryk. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. That is carried. Next resolution, resolved that the Swan River Fire Department report for January 2021 shall be received by the Council for the Municipality of Swan Valley West. Do we have a mover for that resolution?
Councillor Wills, move it.
Yes.
Moved by Councillor Wills. Seconder, please.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Councillor Foster. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Yes.
That is carried. Next resolution, whereas the Baseball Legacy Committee plans to build a concession and storage facility and is requesting a letter of support from the Municipality of Swan Valley West. And whereas Council believes that this venue would be a great enhancement for future activities for the Swan Valley as a whole, therefore be it resolved that Council authorize Reeve Galloway to send a letter of support to the Baseball Legacy Committee towards their grant application to the Manitoba government. Do we have a mover for that resolution?
I'll move that.
Moved by Councillor Blosha. A seconder?
Councillor Pierrepont.
Councillor Pierrepont.
Yeah.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That is carried. Next resolution, resolve the Council for the Municipality of Swan Valley West does hereby agree to apply for 4 summer students through the Hometown Green Team program for 2021 and do hereby authorize the ACAO to submit an application to the province of Manitoba for 2 positions for the urban area and 2 positions for the rural area. Do we have a mover for that resolution?
Councillor Wills.
Councillor Wills. A seconder, please.
Pierrepont.
Darryl.
Pierrepont.
Yeah.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Yes. 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 Yes.
That is carried. This next resolution is from Community Foundations of Swan Valley Awareness Week from February 21st to 27th, 2021. Whereas the Community Foundation of Swan Valley is a charitable organization that is focused on the creation of permanent endowment funds, and whereas the Community Foundation's goals include the promotion of philanthropy in the Swan Valley, sustaining permanently endowed funds, fulfilling community needs, and providing community leadership, and whereas the Community Foundation promotes the development of children, youth, and seniors programs, promotes the arts, cultural, and heritage activities, and promotes the enhancement of the environment. And whereas the Community Foundation supports health, wellness, sports, and recreation, as well as other community activities and facilities, and whereas the Community Foundation is a vehicle for donors to contribute their cash, trusts, bequests, or real property to create permanent endowments that will build and improve our Swan Valley community. Therefore, on behalf of the Municipality of Swan Valley West, does hereby proclaim February 21st to February 27th, 2021 as Community Foundation of Swan Valley Awareness Week. Do we have a mover for that resolution?
Yes.
Moved by Councillor Blosha. A seconder, please. Councillor Foster seconds it. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Yes. 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 Yes.
That is carried. Okay, we move into number 8.1, general checks. Resolved that the Council for the Municipality of Swan Valley West does hereby approve the following payments. General checks number 16704 to 16738 in the amount of $84,116.28 for a grand total of $84,116.28. Do we have a mover, please?
Councillor Wills.
Councillor Wills. A seconder?
Kushniryk.
Councillor Kushniryk. Any discussion, questions? If not, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
There were none opposed? Thought I heard everyone. Okay, that is carried. Thank you. Next is payroll checks. Resolved that the Council for the Municipality of Swan Valley West does hereby approve the following payments. Payroll checks number 3489 to 3501 in the amount of $14,752.77. For a grand total of $14,752.77. Do we have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Foster, seconded by
Councillor Wills.
Councillor Wills. Any questions or comments on this resolution? If not, all in favor?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That is carried. Eight point three. Resolved that the Council for the Municipality of Swan Valley West does hereby approve the following payments. Indemnities for January in the amount of $10,451.50 for a grand total of $10,451.50. Do we have a mover for that resolution?
Kushniryk.
Moved by Councillor Kushniryk. Seconder, please.
Councillor Wills.
Wills.
Councillor Wills. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That is carried. Do we have anything under 9.1 or not? No? 10.1? Nothing under 11? Okay, we come then to 12 committee reports. I think we started at the bottom last time. We'll start at the top this time. Councillor Gade.
Not a terrible amount to report. We held a special meeting a while ago. I was able to attend that. I also got a chance to meet with a few different members of council. I was able to talk to Mr. Galloway over the phone and met with Councillor Wills and Councillor Blosha. So it's nice to catch up with them a little bit and share some information and make sure we all know where everybody feels on some issues. So that was good. That's my report.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Wills.
I think transportation meeting for myself and like Councillor Gade said, we did meet up last week for a quick discussion. Other than that, I think that's it for me.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Foster.
Yeah, transportation meeting and a special meeting. And I think that's it for me there.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Kushniryk.
Okay, I think since last meeting, I attended a regular RISE meeting and also attended that special transportation meeting about the bridges.
since that meeting with the bridges there, I had one request from the school division, just to inform them when the work is going to begin, because I think it will affect their bus routes in a couple of ways. So that's about all I can report for now.
Okay, thank you. Deputy Reeve Blosha.
Yes, I attended the transportation meeting and the special meeting. I also had a short health foundation meeting yesterday, and they were happy to hear we sent a letter of support for the CT scanner. And Kate, the girl who looks after the health foundation, she's going on mat leave for a while, so they'll be looking for someone to fill that position. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Pierrepont. Councillor Pierrepont, are you still there?
Yeah, we'll take it off the mute, it works better. I attended the special meeting and the transportation meeting.
Okay, thank
That was,
you. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, and that was it.
Okay, thank you. I attended an HR meeting, a RISE meeting, and the special meeting as well since our last regular meeting.
HR, Rise, and Special?
Yep.
And Transportation?
And transportation, right.
I attended the HR meeting as well.
Mr. Webb, do you have anything to report?
I attended the special meeting and the transportation meeting.
Okay, thank you.
All the best.
I should make you read this one, right? Resolved that we do hereby accept the following verbal reports regarding council committees and communications. Councillor Kushniryk, RISE, special meeting, school division interested in timing of bridge work and wanting notification of same. Councillor Blosha, transportation, special meeting, health foundation meeting. Councillor Wills, transportation meeting, and meeting with Councillor Gade. Councillor Pierrepont, special meeting and transportation meeting. Councillor Gade, special meeting, meeting with Councillors Blosha, Wills, and myself. Councillor Foster, transportation and special meeting. Reeve Galloway, HR meeting, RISE, special meeting and transportation meeting. From James Webb, transportation and special meeting. Do we have a mover for this resolution, please? Councillor Foster. Seconder?
Councillor Wills.
Councillor Wills. Any comments or questions? If not, all in favor?
Yes. Yes, yes.
That is carried. Okay, we have come to the point on the agenda where we will be going in camera very shortly. And for the last number of months, we have been entertaining question or comment arising out of the issues of this meeting. Anyone in the gallery have a question or comment in that regard?
Marty?
Go ahead, Marty.
Okay, I have a concern about the in-camera session of your council meetings. I know that there's part of the in-camera meeting that the public does not need to know about. But how do we know that council is using the in-camera sessions properly? Like, I've talked to James about this, and I thought I'd bring it up in front of council. December 22nd meeting, the open part was 1 hour, the in-camera was 2 hours. January 12th, the open was 1 hour, the in-camera was 50 minutes. January 26th, the open was 48 minutes, the in-camera was 2 hours. Is there a way that a third party could have access to the in-camera sessions to make sure you guys are doing things properly?
I do not believe that there is a method in place. I suppose you could talk to municipal relations. I think the time that is spent either in open session or in closed session does not in any way, or should not in any way, suggest that there is something covert going on that should be discussed in the open. If a resolution results from in camera, it is put before open council and is voted on, and the issues that are discussed in camera are very complicated sometime. In fact, most of the time they're complicated. They deal with personnel issues and with other issues that really the public you may think has a right to, but there's privacy laws, etc., that have to be taken into account. So unfortunately, issues come up that must be dealt with in camera, or individual council members, council as a whole, could open themselves to a lawsuit.
Yeah, well, like in my comment, I totally agree. There's certain parts of the in-camera session that need to be kept hush and hush, but there's always that part of my mind wondering what you guys are hiding in camera. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Thank you.
Well, Marty, this is not to be coy. I'm being 100% serious here. An election is up in less than 2 years' time, and if you if you have any concerns, then you should be actually putting your name out there, and if you're successful, you'll know exactly what goes on in camera.
Okay, thank you very much.
You bet. Thanks for the question. Any other questions?
Yeah, Reeve Galloway, was 7.5 RCMP report or fire report?
Fire.
Yeah, that was fire.
Meredith, we did change that this afternoon.
Okay,
It was recorded wrong from last meeting, that's right.
mine said RCMP.
Yes, that's right, Joe.
Yeah, we get a fire report from both fire departments, actually. The LUD Benito Fire Department, there were no call-outs, and we failed to mention that, but we like to keep people up on the fire department call-outs. The RCMP will provide reports, but they're much less frequent than what the fire department report is. But thanks for the question. Any other questions or comments? If not, thank you all for attending, and stay warm and stay healthy.
Thank you, everybody on council. Good night.
Good night.
That-
Okay, resolved that pursuant to section 152 sub 3 of the Municipal Act, the council as a whole shall go into camera and close the meeting to continue discussions regarding 2021 tax sale agreements and employee matters. Do we have a mover for that resolution, please? Moved by Councillor Blosha. Seconder?
Councillor Wills?
Councillor Wills. All in favor?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
That is carried. Thank you. Okay, resolved that pursuant to section 152 sub 4 of the Municipal Act, this meeting shall be reopened to the public. Do we have a mover for that, please? Councillor Blosha. Seconded by Councillor Foster. All in favor?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That is carried. Okay, two notice of motions, yeah. We have no resolutions arising from in camera, right? Okay. Okay, this is notice of motion to review and/or reverse a decision of council. I, Councillor Bill Gade, do hereby give written notice that I will, at the next regular meeting of council, introduce a motion to reconsider resolution number 8, dated December 8th, 2020, regarding tax sale resolution. The Municipal Act, Section 139, Sub 1, provides as follows. A council may not reconsider or reverse a decision within 1 year after it is made unless A, at the same meeting at which the decision is made, all the members who voted are present, or a member gives written notice to the council from at least one regular meeting to the next regular meeting of a proposal to review and reverse the decision. This is a second notice of motion to reverse a decision of council. I, Councillor Wills, do hereby give written notice that I will, at the next regular meeting of council, introduce a motion to rescind resolution number 4 of the special meeting dated February 1st, 2021, regarding bridge tenders. The Municipal Act, Section 139, Sub 1, provides as follows. A council may not reconsider or reverse a decision within 1 year after it is made unless A, at the same meeting at which the decision is made, all the members who voted are present, or B, a member gives written notice to the council from at least one regular meeting to the next regular meeting of a proposal to review and reverse the decision. Okay, is there anything further to discuss?
Don't think so.
Okay. Resolved that this meeting shall now adjourn at 8:32 p.m. Be it further resolved that the next meeting is Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021 at 7 p.m. Do we have a mover for that? Councillor Foster. Seconded by Councillor Blosha.
Gotta be there.
You shouldn't have had your phone on mute, Councillor Kushniryk.
All right.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
That is carried.